Hey, how are you, sir?
Good morning. How are you?
What's going on this morning?
Having breakfast. Can I get your name and badge number first?
Sure.
Please? You take a step back. You're too close.
Can I get your identification, please?
Why?
Why? Because you're taking pictures of a federal terminal, which is a Homeland Security issue.
Are you Homeland Security?
Yes.
Seems like you're a regular police department.
That's right.
There's nothing wrong with
Homeland Security is done by
Amendment?
everybody. It's done by everybody. It's the Homeland Security.
Is it a crime to exercise my rights on a public sidewalk?
What? To take pictures of a federal
From the public sidewalk.
transportation terminal is, yes.
From the public sidewalk.
I'm asking for your identification so we can...
What crime do you suspect me of committing?
I'm asking for your identification
And I'm declining.
so we know who you are, so we can investigate this further. What's that?
I'm Dave. You didn't want to identify yourself.
I just gave you my name. My name is right here, and my badge number is right here. I told you.
Respectfully, sir, I'm not trying to argue with you, but what if I couldn't read?
What if you can read? My name is Reed. R-E-E-D. My badge number is 4861.
It's just about being professional.
Is that okay?
Yeah, because you
That's
never
professional,
people you come across.
And I'm asking you for your identification now.
What I'm saying is, people that you come, I'm sure you come across a lot of people.
Right.
You can't assume that everybody could read.
Okay, I got your point.
So to verbalize
I got your point, and I just told you.
Professional.
You need to understand that there was a bomb threat here last week.
I didn't know. I'm not from here. I'm a tourist.
Well, I'm telling you.
So I see something that's interesting to me, and I'm recording
We're trying to justify ourselves.
That there was a bomb threat here last week.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Harassing? They said that you were harassing.
All right, guys. This encounter starts exactly how many intimidation tactics begin. Polite tone, quick pressure. Officers approach a man calmly eating breakfast near Federal Ferry Terminal. Within seconds, the request comes, "Can I get your identification?" The justification? Homeland Security concerns and a recent bomb threat. But here's the key. The man is standing on a public sidewalk, holding a camera, exercising a constitutional right. Instead of explaining the law, officers immediately pivot toward control. The Fourth Amendment protects against unreasonable searches and seizures, and demanding ID without reasonable suspicion crosses into dangerous territory. From the very beginning, the man remains composed, asking one critical question. Do you suspect me of committing crime? That question shifts the entire power dynamic.
Over there, all right?
You gotta investigate.
I'm asking. That's why I'm talking to you.
Okay.
So
it seems like
a bomb threat. You were over there talking to the
I didn't say anything to anybody.
Okay.
I have everything on camera.
I don't know what you're doing.
Exactly.
That's why I'm trying to figure out what's going on.
Okay,
We're just asking for your identification so we know who you are.
The only reason
in case something happens in the future. Sure.
The only reason why I give identification is if you suspect me of committing a crime. Do you suspect me of committing a crime?
No, you don't know yet.
Sidewalk
you
right
might.
Now,
so then
you might. We want to
investigate.
identify you in case something happens. What's that?
Investigate, because I don't give my ID.
Investigating, and part of our investigation is to get your identification.
Do you have reasonable, articulable suspicion that I committed a crime, in committing a crime, or about to commit a crime?
Yes.
What crime?
What's that?
What crime are you?
You're taking video, which might lead to some type of terrorist act, right? We don't know. We don't know that.
I'm with my family.
How do you know that?
I just told you know how you don't know that, because I told you I've never been here. I'm a tourist. I'm with my family. This is interesting, so I took a picture from the public sidewalk.
To take your
listen, I just want to cut this. I want to make this simple. Can we make this simple?
Sure. Just like you were trying to articulate that not everybody knows how to read and write, right?
Well,
I'm trying to articulate that we have no idea exactly what your intentions are.
This is why you investigate.
We are investigating. Part of our investigation is to ask for your identification.
Okay.
Exactly.
You said first you accused me of harassing. Harassment is a repetitive option. It's a repetitive action.
That's what they told me.
I didn't say
That's why I'm
to them.
talking to you to figure out what the deal is.
And I told you I have everything on camera. I didn't say nothing to them.
Can we see what was on camera then? You don't have to. I mean, I just want.
You don't have to take my word, because I told you I didn't say anything to them. Me taking pictures.
They were saying that you were talking to them.
Listen closely. This is where the pressure intensifies. The officer claims filming a federal transportation terminal could lead to terrorism. Notice the language: vague, speculative, fear-based. But speculation is not reasonable, articulable suspicion. The man calmly repeats that photography from a public sidewalk is protected activity. He doesn't yell. He doesn't run. He doesn't escalate. He simply asks the officers to articulate a crime. That's the moment authorities start scrambling. The word investigation gets repeated, but no actual crime is named. In cities like New York City, where ferry terminals and public transit operate daily, cameras are everywhere. Tourists record constantly. The presence of a camera alone does not create criminal suspicion. The Constitution doesn't vanish because someone feels uncomfortable.
The thing is, I'm in two different stories.
After they started talking to me, I didn't initiate contact. They initiated contact with me.
So you guys are.
So if anything, they're harassing me.
You're on their private property.
This is a public sidewalk.
This is public, yes.
So what's that right there? That's not a public sidewalk?
So where were you exactly?
On the public sidewalk.
Where?
On the public sidewalk.
Okay, that doesn't describe where you are. Where
regardless,
on the sidewalk?
That's public access.
Okay.
That's public access. That's open to the public. That's public access. Is that not public access? Is that not an easement?
You're making something harder.
Let me ask you a question. I just want to ask you one question. Is that not a public easement?
This is public, yes. But
exactly.
Were you on their property? That's what they told us.
I stepped on their property. They asked me to leave. I left.
Okay, so you were on their, so you established you were on their property. I took filming the ferry.
No, I wasn't filming. I took 2 steps on. Regardless, in order to trespass me, you have to ask me to leave.
We're not trespassing you. We're just trying to figure out what the deal is.
And I'm telling you, it's simple. I was taking pictures on the public sidewalk. They didn't like it.
Okay.
I have a First Amendment right. It's a protected activity.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I don't understand why. Listen. So you need to educate them. That's it.
Well, I'm trying to educate you too. It's a federal terminal.
Okay.
So
there's a bomb threat last week. There's stuff that goes on here.
It's as simple as you showing your identification. We say thank you very much, sir, and you're on your way.
You know why?
You know what I'm saying? Just in case something happens later, we have an ID.
I told you my name is David. You see my face. They took a picture of me. I'm with my family, right?
We're asking for identification. Right.
All you have to do is educate them.
Let's keep this simple. Exactly.
Listen.
Let's keep this simple.
Educate them. Listen. He's a citizen on the public sidewalk exercising his First Amendment right,
they know
which is a protected activity.
They know that. That's why nothing is happening right now except for us trying to get your name. That's all.
And I told you my name, David.
Okay. Well, can you if you show me your identification?
All right. Now we see the classic pivot. Officers shift from terrorism concerns to trespassing claims. They argue he stepped briefly onto property owned by the ferry company. But here's the catch. He says he left immediately when asked. Trespass requires refusal after notice. Again, no crime. Again, no lawful basis for ID. The citizen calmly educates them. First Amendment protected activity on a public easement is legal. He even distinguishes between private property and publicly accessible areas. This isn't chaos. This is knowledge versus assumption. The officers continue pushing for identification just in case something happens. But just in case is not constitutional language. Rights don't disappear for convenience. They require legal thresholds, not hypotheticals.
I just told you already.
Well, you're on your way.
Sir,
I don't understand what the problem is. Just like you're,
Because I don't show ID unless you suspect me of committing a crime. Me exercising my First Amendment right is not a crime. Photography is not a crime, no matter how they feel.
Okay.
You're not a feelings enforcer, you're a law enforcer. So you tell them, listen, he has a First Amendment right that you guys took an oath, swore to protect.
Okay, but when, like I said,
we're investigating.
I stepped on to go speak to a supervisor. They asked me to leave, I left.
Okay, that's fine.
Period.
You still, at one point, were on their property and you were filming the ferry.
I wasn't filming when I went on their property.
See, well, that's why I'm talking to you.
And I'm telling you
what the story is. That's your story.
Okay, that's still public access.
You have a story, they have a story.
Sir, that's public access.
Okay. But
there's people with, you know how many cars right now have cameras and dash cams?
No, probably a ton of them.
Exactly.
And
so what's the problem?
Nothing. It's just, I told you.
I think this conversation is over. There's nothing to worry about.
If you don't want to talk anymore, that's fine. But
I don't even have your identification number. You didn't even identify yourself.
Police Officer Parker.
Okay.
Shield 6708.
Okay. I'm gonna be on my way. All right. You guys have a blessed day. Can I get your name, badge number?
Sure.
Cataletta 7278.
Nice to meet you.
Too.
God bless you guys. All right.
Enjoy your.
Have a great day. Did you educate them? Let them know that the citizens have a right to record from the public sidewalk.
They know that, but
so
when you're on their property,
and bother me.
I'm not bothering you. I'm investigating what happened.
There's really nothing to it. I was taking pictures on the public sidewalk. They didn't like it. So you shouldn't enforce feelings. You should.
I'm not forcing feelings.
Please.
How am I not?
Just educate them.
I'm not saying anything.
Of
you're
course,
not
I'm
allowed
not
to
detained.
do.
I don't commit crimes.
Well, that's
your
why
man is trying to harass me for my ID.
So we're trying to figure out what the deal was. That's it.
I think I've been
It's
more
a federal
than,
terminal.
Who funds the federal government?
Everybody does.
Exactly.
I'm sure you do too.
Now the conversation sharpens. The man clearly states, I don't show ID unless I'm suspected of a crime. That's a powerful boundary. Officers attempt to frame compliance as simple and harmless. Show ID and you'll be on your way. But convenience is not law. The Fourth Amendment exists specifically to prevent fishing expeditions. When officers cannot articulate a crime, the encounter transforms from investigation into intimidation. Yet the citizen remains respectful, asking them to educate the ferry staff about recording rights. That's an important distinction. He's not anti-police. He's pro-constitution. The difference matters. Calm resistance exposes whether authority is grounded in law or simply habit.
Exactly. So they're ignorant to our rights. You guys know our rights.
I have to investigate what's still going on.
I understand.
I have to talk to you.
I understand. I hope you educated them.
Well, I'm going to talk to them and see what they want to do.
Because this is a tourist town.
Because I'm sure they're not going to want you back on their property.
That's public access. What if I needed to take the ferry? That's like the MTA.
It's still a private company.
The MTA is a private.
They can refuse you going on the ferry.
The MTA is a private company, but it's public access, right?
They can refuse.
I'm not sure about the MTA.
You understand what I'm saying, right?
That's fine.
It's fair. Yeah, it's a private business.
That's fine.
They can refuse. Yeah.
But they have to tell you, hey, we want them trespassing. And I'm not going on the property. I don't need to take the ferry. The only reason why I took 2 steps on there was to speak to a supervisor about the guy recording me while I'm eating breakfast. That's it. They said get off the property. I left. I know how to trespass and laws go. You know what I mean?
Trespassing you.
Well, you can't. I'm not
just
on their property.
Well, I'm telling you, you were on their property at some
For 2
point.
seconds. Yeah. Okay. They asked me to leave. I left.
And that's fine.
All right, that's fine. Then
that's what I'm saying. So I don't see the issue.
Yeah.
The issue is they don't like that I was taking pictures from the public sidewalk.
But they have the right to do that.
Exactly. That's where you guys come in and educate them. Simple. I didn't know about no bomb threat or nothing like that. I've never been here. I'm taking pictures.
They're on heightened
alert. They didn't like it. I understand that.
The bomb threat last
But it's always because you guys work for the public. It's about being respectful and cordial. Hey. This is what happened. You see how you came up? Yeah.
Talking to you.
You say you came up. Hey, listen, there was a bomber here, so they might be on high alert. I understand that.
All right.
But to be yelling and cursing, come on, not you. I'm talking about them.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I record in public all the time.
You and them
here, just like we don't know what you did.
That's
your
your investigation. I'm helping you, right? But I'm not going to give my ID because I don't commit crimes. You understand? So I tell you my name. I'm David. You clearly see my face.
But the thing, you understand where we're coming from.
I understand.
For all we know, you were the one that.
All right, guys. The temperature drops, but the lesson deepens. Officers begin disengaging while still defending the initial stop. They reference a prior bomb threat again, reinforcing the idea of heightened alert. But heightened alert does not suspend constitutional protections. Public servants take an oath to uphold the Constitution, not enforce feelings. The citizen highlights something critical. Dash cams, security cameras, tourists with phones, they all record daily without issue. Selective enforcement becomes a real concern. If filming is legal, it must be legal consistently. Rights applied unevenly aren't rights. They are privileged.